From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, after having a pretty nice weekend, we had some clouds today, but the warmer temperatures did hang on. Looking at the better view of the Midwest, you can see we have some rain that's going to be affecting our region going into tomorrow and eventually bringing much cooler temperatures. Speaking of those temperatures, we're in the mid-40s right now, 47 in Lansing, 45 in Mason, and 44 in Jackson. Taking a look over here the next 12 hours, though, you can see that we have just about a trend of going into the 40s tomorrow, or going into 40s overnight tonight. You see that we stick around as we get increasing cloud cover and some rain showers going into your early tomorrow morning. 6 News at 6 starts now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
Racist and anti-Jewish stickers have been showing up recently in downtown Howell, and residents tell 6 News they're sick of it. It's our top story tonight at 6. Thank you for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Jorma is off tonight. Now, this isn't the first time displays of hate have shown up in Howell. Last November, neo-Nazis were seen harassing people at a theatrical performance of The Diary of Anne Frank. And earlier this year, a group of men holding swastikas were seen protesting an anti-racism documentary. Our Taryn Simmons covered both incidents and has been in Howell all day. She's here for you now with their concerns about hate appearing in their community.
Hail Victory, a prominent slogan used by white supremacists. Stickers with it are plastered across the park here in Howell. You might better recognize it in German, as it translates to Sieg Heil, a greeting used by Nazis.
They proceeded to show up every single night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night.
Howell resident David Schinnebarger says he noticed the Nazi propaganda in his neighborhood last week and immediately took them down.
They want a strong reaction, ideally a violent reaction from the community.
There's a sticker right behind me too. Were you responsible for sharpening that out?
I was.
Oh, you were?
I was, yeah.
6 News spoke to a man who wanted to remain anonymous. He says he played a part in removing some of the stickers and even contacted Howell Public Works. He believes the white supremacist images are a form of recruitment.
Like, you could see their Telegram channels on all of their stickers. This is an attempt. And also, you know, if you go into their Telegram channels online, you can see them promoting them stickering around Livingston County.
Heidi Byrick is the co-founder of Global Project Against Hate and Extremism and has a PhD in far-right extremism. She tells 6 News what happened in Howell is a common tactic for hate groups.
They are known for stickering just about everywhere across the United States with hateful messages. It goes along with spray painting, you know, slogans on things.
Schinnebarger says he hopes something is done and that more people speak out against hate groups.
And now people are afraid to step on the toes of Nazis. And so what I have to say to that is, like, Nazis are not welcome here.
If you see any of these stickers anywhere in the Howell area, contact Public Works, which will have them removed. Here for you in Howell, Taryn Simmons, 6 News.
Thank you, Taryn. The Okemos School District is in the beginning stages of searching for a new superintendent, and this comes after Superintendent John Hood announced his retirement earlier this month. Superintendent Hood says his last day will be March 25th. The president of Okemos Board of Education says they have formed a committee focused on the transition process and have already started working on the hiring process. They say an update will be provided at tonight's Board of Education meeting, which is currently underway. Today in Jackson, Congressman Tim Walberg sat down with energy leaders to talk about making energy more affordable and reliable, among other things. Our 6 News Jackson Bureau reporter Sean Graney was inside that briefing and is here for you tonight with what state leaders say are their biggest priorities.
Inside this room, industry leaders and lawmakers dug into the future of Michigan's energy system. And officials say the decisions here could affect what you pay and the stability of the power grid.
I believe that the resources that God has given to us in the creation of this great ball of earth and resources are to be used.
The focus today was speed and how to get energy infrastructure approved and built faster in Michigan. Republican Congressman Tim Walberg says faster permitting could help Michiganders see benefits sooner.
We talked this morning about the SPEED Act that passed in the House last week, or the Natural Resources Committee, in which I sat, that reduces the time on task of getting a permit through and getting to the field. the needed reforms.
State Representative Steve Frisbee of Calhoun County says Michigan is trying to mirror some of the federal efforts, bringing more resources to support baseload energy.
Some of the stuff that's going on at the federal level is mirroring what we're trying to do at the state level to bring more resources available to baseload energy and meeting future needs, not only existing needs, but future needs of what this state's going to need to grow.
And with Michigan's geology and technology already in place, Frisbee says the state is positioned to lead the charge in finding new ways to meet today's energy demands.
It is happening up by Traverse City with a great geology to be able to do that and store it. So that meets today's market needs based on business and industries want to have that to become more carbon neutral.
Here for you in Jackson, Sean Graney, 6 News.
If you're planning on using CATA this week, heads up because there is limited service on Thanksgiving Day. CATA says advance reservations will be required for a ride on Thanksgiving, and you need to book those trips by the end of today. Curb-to-curb service will be available to the general public from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. with limitations. CATA's routes and services will resume their regular schedules on Friday. And this week, organizations across mid-Michigan are offering free holiday meals to those in need on Thanksgiving. Blondie's Barn in Hazlitt will be handing out free meals on Thanksgiving. That's from noon to 2 p.m. on a first-come, first-served basis. In Lansing, Cristo Rey Community Center will also be passing out meals from noon to 2. In Jackson, Kingdom Life Ministries is serving free meals from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. And you can find this page with the full list of free Thanksgiving meals in mid-Michigan on our website right now, WLNS.com. Well, ahead of your holiday travels, the Capital Region International Airport is sharing a few tips to make sure you don't run into any unwelcome surprises. Capital Region recommends getting to the airport at least 90 minutes before your flight. Frequently check your flight status using your airline's website or app. Remember, carry-on liquids can only be 3 ounces or less, and they say dress comfortably and be prepared to remove outerwear and jewelry while going through security. For more travel tips and security information, once again, head over to our website, WLNS.com.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Last night we had a really nice sunset across the area, lots of reds in the sky there. Take a look at this picture from Michael over in Chelsea, another beautiful picture of the reds. And of course, if you have any pictures you want to send over to us, you can just go ahead and send them to WLNS.com/share. We love to show them on air. Looking at the current temperatures across the area right now, we are in the mid-40s, currently 47 degrees in Lansing, 47 as well in St. John's, and 45 degrees in Mason. Looking at satellite and radar, we're starting to see some showers on the southwest side of the state starting to creep in our direction. And it's going to happen overnight tonight and going into the early morning hours for tomorrow. See a bigger view of the picture here out in the Midwest where the low pressure is. And again, that's just going to move over to the northeast in our direction. We'll take it hour by hour with the precision cast. So you can see we get better chances of rain going into early tomorrow morning. So you definitely want to have an umbrella when you're stepping out the door. It moves out pretty quickly though. You notice by Tuesday evening we're dry, but then we have another round of rain that will be coming in Wednesday morning. But with this round of rain, we have much colder air that will be coming behind it. You can see we quickly change from rain to snow later in the day, and it could drop visibility at times. So just want to remember that if you're traveling going into Wednesday and into Thanksgiving Day, because as we get into Thanksgiving Day, we should stay mostly dry here in the Lansing area, although we'll have some passing snow showers from the lake effect coming off of Lake Michigan. And then going into your Friday, just a few more lake effect snow showers coming off the lake on the western side of the state. So again, if you're traveling on the western side of the state, you want to keep that in mind as we have those conditions happening. But what our eyes are focused on is this system coming in this weekend. Depending on the track, if it comes more to the south, it gives us a better chance of some snow across the Lansing area. Could have some accumulations, but if it comes more to the north, it will bring more rain. And so we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that, of course, as people are traveling back to wherever they're going for Thanksgiving. Looking at St. John's camera, though, we're sitting at 47 degrees with a calm wind. And then looking at the Capital camera, our current temperature there is sitting at 47 degrees with the wind coming out of the south at 8 miles an hour. Jackson cam, our current temperature there is sitting at 44 degrees with a southeast wind at 6 miles an hour. And looking at the Hillsdale camera, our current temperature there is sitting at 45 degrees. Looking at tonight's forecast, though, we will be dropping to 41 degrees with just a few showers showers, especially going into early tomorrow morning. Winds will be light. And then tomorrow's forecast, we get to 50 degrees, although we won't really enjoy it because we have those showers that will be across the area. And then looking at that 6-day forecast, so we get one more day of warmer weather, but then as I said, we are going to drop our temperatures going into Wednesday. And then as we get into Thanksgiving, our high temperature is only 33 degrees. We keep the low 30s as we go into the weekend, and then we had that chance of a storm system that'll be coming in on Saturday and Sunday. And then Siobhan, as we get into next week, you can see the temperatures, we really just stick around with the colder weather, but we're getting into December, so this time of year, you know, we got to expect it.
That's true. And I always say, usually when the calendar flips over to December, if we can keep it above freezing,
right,
we're looking pretty good, you know?
Yeah, not too bad. You know, temperatures in the low 30s, it could be a lot worse.
Absolutely, Cole. Thank you so much. Well, don't forget the annual Highfields Toy Drive is underway. We're looking for new unwrapped toys, books, or clothing, and we'll take anything for infants through 18-year-olds. You can drop off your donation right here at the WLNS TV6 studios in Lansing or at participating Ford dealerships that you see right there on your screen. You can make that donation anytime between now and December 15th, and we hope you can help us make a child's holidays a little brighter.